President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin wrapped up their much-anticipated meeting in Alaska, where the world leaders talked behind closed doors for 3 hours on how to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Trump and Putin addressed the media for just a few minutes and didn't take any questions from reporters. Putin spoke first, saying it was very good to see President Trump and that he's in good health. He said bilateral relations between the U.S. and Russia have fallen to the lowest point since the Cold War and that this meeting was long overdue. Putin claimed the two came to an agreement to pave a path to peace in Ukraine. He said our countries need to turn the page because there's so much that we could do to help each other, whether it's in trade, tech, or space exploration. Putin also said that he warned President Biden of hostilities before Russia entered Ukraine. Here's what Putin said, according to a White House interpreter.
I'd like to remind you that in 2022, during the last contact with the previous administration, I tried to convince my previous American colleague that the situation should not be brought to the point of no return when it would come to hostilities. And I said it quite directly back then that it's a big mistake. Today, when President Trump saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can confirm that.
Trump then spoke for a few minutes, calling the meeting very productive, but also saying that the two leaders did not reach an agreement to end the war. Trump said the two leaders agreed on many points, but others still need to be worked out with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Trump says he needs to make some very important phone calls to NATO and Zelensky.
So just to put it very quickly, I'm going to start making a few phone calls and tell them what happened. But we had an extremely productive meeting and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant. But we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting there.
The two leaders agreed that they would be speaking again soon, and Putin said he's hopeful that the next meeting will take place in Moscow. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Keenan. For more on this story, download the Straight Arrow News app or visit SAN.com.